man. The wind? I mean, come on. I'm used to being in, my last stop, I was in Philadelphia, and it was about 25 degrees some of these days, so I'm not really concerned about the wind. No, it's a good start. We learned a lot about our guys. When you think about it, there's really 5 or 6 guys only that weren't with us in the fall that were out here right now, and those guys, showed up. Those guys that weren't with us, they got a great opportunity today. Everybody else, it's the first scrimmage. You have some more penalties than you want. Tempo's not quite as crisp as you want, but I think we learned a lot about some guys. Herb Waters stepped up, Dallas Crawford stepped up. There's a group of other guys. You guys look at the stats on defense. Fig and those guys showed up, so it's good. It's good to see. No, I think we're ahead of the schedule. We just stayed ahead of the schedule. And again, for us, if we hit the number and we're crisp and we're doing it right, we want to get out of here. We don't want to get too tired or get the rep count too high and subject them later.
About 100 plays.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it looked like it was around 50 for the 1s and 2s, and then another 10 to 12 for the 3s. So everybody played, which was good. Well, Steven's sharp. His mind. I think I would say that we were just a little bit off in terms of where the ball should go. Steven was really on top of it today. He rushed a couple of throws, and we just weren't, as crisp as you like to be. And we just sailed one, or we were a little bit short on our depth. But in terms of his mind and understanding where the ball should go, I thought he was right on. I think his completion percentage is really going to jump from this scrimmage to the next position. No, I think they were better. Clearly, they're more mature, they're stronger, and I just look at it from a defense perspective. All those guys are back. The only guy that's not back is Brandon, who's over here, but he's not with us. But so I mean, there's a good group of guys that are back, and I thought they played strong. I thought Olsen Pierre played strong. Chick played strong. Tyreek McCord shows up on the goal line. There was a lot of plays like that. I don't know who made the play on the goal line right here to start off the scrimmage against them. You want to talk about there's a young man that they just say we're gonna sell out, and you could tell right now there wasn't anybody here that wouldn't look at that play and say that it must mean a lot to that kid to do what he did on that whatever 3rd or 4th play of the goal line.
Is it also good to see because there was a lot of guys with speed?
Yeah, well, you have to, because if you don't, you're going to get banged up, and that's the truth. So we try to, when we're in every day in practice, man, we don't try to go 11 on 11. We just try to compartmentalize our contacts so we're safe. We don't have piles. We're always yelling if guys are on the ground. But when you come out here, there's only one way to play the game, and that's why we try to, anything that we can manage, we try to manage with quick whistles and, whistles around the pile, and then just try to keep the number down.
How important was this, some new coaches on the staff, just to get them on the headset and get communication?
That's the biggest thing. If I could share anything with you, it would be that. It's just that James and Larry and even Brennan now with the receivers, everybody had a different role. And so I thought they did a good job with it. But they're like the players. They'll be better when we go to Naples on April 5th. And that's why we come out here, because it's got to be different. It can't just be another practice. Everybody's got to be tested, me included. And we had a test today, and now we have to all go back and grade it, be fair, have a little autopsy, and get ready to go on Tuesday.
You foresee any of the injuries being serious?
I'm worried about Darren, but I'm just going to reserve until we know more. Other than that, I think we'll be fine.
Herb's a guy that you got involved quite a bit. What have you seen from him this spring?
Yeah, just more mature. He came on really strong as the year went on, and he's a guy that is unselfish on special teams, and really, when you talk about being ready for your opportunity, last year he just worked, and then we had some injuries late, Hearns and a couple other guys, and he steps up and does a tremendous job. So he's carried that over, and a really good start for him. And what we all are surprised at is his change of direction and his ability to make people miss in the open field. I mean, he's labeled a big receiver. He's going to be a big kid, and he did a nice job making people miss.
Now, there were 2 guys who changed physiques more since you got him, AJ and Herb.
Yeah. Well, Tracy Howard, too. If you saw Tracy today, Danny Isidore probably takes home the prize. Danny came in at 350, and he's 308 now, and been running with the ones the whole spring. So, again, I'm excited about where we are. We got a long way to go. I've learned to be careful. around here. We had a good first scrimmage. That's it, but we got to learn from it and move forward.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you,
Coach.
guys.
Thanks, Coach.